Day cuddles. That's what I want.
It's past your birthday though, eh?
Yeah, but
Past your
I'm
birthday,
milking it.
though, eh? I know.
Yeah, but I'm.
He's
I
like the
can
queen. He's
tell.
got 2 birthdays.
Yep.
The queen has 2 birthdays? Alright,
Yep.
there's a link in chat for all those who want it. We're gonna start
And for some,
we're gonna start Sopa, if you wanna send this out to all your friends and family that wanna watch.
They don't talk English. They
I
only talk
know.
Spanish.
I know. You can send it to Kote. Kote might watch.
Oh yeah, Cote my
Kote
watch.
and Fer.
Oh right, fair. I have forgotten about fair.
I know, right? Me too.
Oh, forgetting friends. I hope I never want that situation for you, Benny.
Let's see here. Emberg, like this. Send one like this. Send it to all my discords, all the homies.
I should have bought Cracker Rum.
Uh-huh.
What kind of rums do you guys have over there?
Rum?
Rums?
Oh,
Like,
in Chile?
yeah,
In Chile?
what's your like classic go-to rum?
It's actually
Like,
called
the one
pisco.
Yeah, we drink rum, but it's more popular pisco.
Oh.
There's similar.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Don't. This is content.
I just won't talk. I won't provide content. I'm sure. No, because I mean, like, I'll say it again in the podcast, but like, Captain Morgan is like the go-to in the UK for rum.
Oh, in here in Chile, it's wherever it's cheapest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Morgan, the cheapest you can get, without it being like watered down piss or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
These lights look so fucking out of place because it's bright. Just looks like a waste of that energy. Let's see if I can make it a little more prominent. No.
Oh, does that mean I can have a nap for 7 minutes?
No, what the fuck?
Got
No.
a 7-minute timer?
What's wrong with you, dude?
Here's sleepy baby boy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm mentally more mature than him, and Marissa agrees. Hey, Will, did you know that me and Marissa are besties now?
Yeah? Have
Yeah.
you guys been playing Among Us and shit?
We besties now.
Oh, that's good.
Your fiance spends more time with me than you do, Will.
I spend more time with... Bro, like... No. No.
That's a not very interesting content thing. Do you guys have these monsters over where you are?
Not that one, I think.
These are the new flavors that have come out. So there's Monarch, there's the one which is like ginger beer, this one.
No, we don't have those.
Wait, Monarch? Of course that's only in fucking Britain.
But yeah, no, it's a peach one. It's really lush. I fully recommend it. And then
Bro,
this
why
one,
does one family just get to be the royal family still? That's
well, I mean,
that's some
because
stupid shit, man.
kings and queens die and their kids take over. Did you never like study medievals or anything
Bro,
like that?
like all your taxes pay for that palace and shit.
Well, that's. I mean, technically, she could still be a full. She's at the moment she's a figurehead, but she can literally walk into the Houses of Parliament, pick up the staff that the Queens give to Parliament, so Parliament can run the country, and just have full control of the country at that point. She can literally just go pick up the staff and be like, "All right, let's go to fucking war with everyone. Let's redo the British colonies." She has the power to do
You
that.
need
And
to go to war with China, man.
That's what I was thinking.
Save Hong Kong, man. Saving Private Hong Kong.
Oh, nice.
You kind of left Hong Kong out to dry, and now China's like, oh, I want I want them now.
I want Monster to do a cold brew. They do an espresso.
Yeah, I've had it.
Yeah,
It's called Java, right?
It's,
Oh, do they actually have a cold brew?
Yeah, it is cold brew, I think, then. Yeah.
Oh. Over here we have Monster Espresso, which is just Monster coffee, but it's not the same. Give me a good old fucking proper cold
Why
brew.
don't you just drink actual coffee?
hey, Will, can you send out a tweet?
Honey, I need my phone.
I shall also get my phone and put it on
Hey,
Instagram.
sleepyhead.
Oh, he called us sleepyhead. What a sweetie.
Starting soon, boys.
Because she got me up, I call her sleepyhead. How funny is that?
I'm sick.
I'm sorry, sleepyhead.
I'm ill. I'm sick. I have a fever. I'm not feeling well. Like,
Okay. Whatever you say, sleepyhead.
I
Guys,
don't
stop
know
it.
if
It's
my
too
eyes
softly for
hurt
me.
on
Self-promotion. Put something in here.
lazy ass.
Hey, baby.
What?
I love you. Maybe later, not right now. We're on the podcast.
William Perry.
Did you just get full named?
He just got full named.
Full name.
Full name, bro. That's that. You know when you fucked up when you get full named.
Twitch alerts.
Right. Drawn Together podcast. How do I have 4 notifications on the Drawn Together podcast? I shouldn't do. There's barely anything on there other than a singular story. Five.
It's a vibe.
Oh, Benny, I'm gonna have to go through old messages and try and find a logo.
All messages.
Oh, there it is. So, problemo solde. That wasn't a really bad attempt at Spanish, I swear. I just look up to see Sofa's reaction. I'm like, oh, wasn't that bad?
Now, it's pretty early today, so we might not get as many viewers, but I tried.
That's true.
Anyway, let's get started here, boys and girl. Welcome to the Drawn Together podcast. This is the early morning edition. This is the crisis edition. Because, believe it or not, I was panicking, thinking that we'd have no guests this week, and then all of a sudden we had 2. So, welcome, Sopa. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Give us a little bit of background as to how we met and basically like how we are acquainted.
We met in 2015.
Yeah.
Because you went as an exchange student to my school.
Yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah, in Chile, by the way.
In Chile, yeah. So for those who do not know what Chile or what is Chile, Chile is this little sliver of a country on the eastern side of South America, and it's full of deserts and mountains and lots of beaches.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful. I love Chile.
it has some pretty stunning scenery. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think there's anywhere you could go where the whole country's just mountains and beaches.
Yeah, you can be in the like snowboarding in the morning, and you can be surfboard like surfing in the afternoon. It's crazy,
Exactly, it's
actually.
awesome. For these two who don't understand exactly the beauty of South America, imagine every day, wherever you are, you just get out of bed and you look to the mountains and you see like just mountain scenery. Every day, you just wake up and you see that. You go to
Yeah,
work, you look to your right, there's mountains there. You look to your left, there's an ocean there.
I mean not
Imagine,
everywhere, but
not everywhere, but most places.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say that sounds like the times I've been to Austria, but no, not with beaches as well. Mountains, yes. Not as much as how beautiful and diverse you make it sound.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't been anywhere interesting. Besides New York, I've been to New York.
Yeah. Yeah, New York is its own animal, man. Like it's crazy, but
I actually went there at a pretty historic time. When I was a little kid, I went there the day after 9/11.
the day
Really?
after they let you
Really not
The
there,
day after we had the trip planned before all that shit
and
happened.
you still went.
We still went.
paid
Wow.
for
Man,
it.
They
that's
don't.
crazy.
They didn't shut down the city. Like,
Damn,
you know,
bro. That's
I
crazy.
saw Ground Zero and everything. It was just a big thing of fucking rubble. Just a big thing of rubble. It was crazy.
Wow.
It'd be great for a
And my
photographer.
yeah. Well, I was a little kid.
Yeah,
Little
I know.
baby.
Yeah, no, you can be a photographer at that age. I can
Oh
see a little
yeah.
baby Will running around
Oh,
with a camera.
I just bring that into school the next day. Yeah, it was weird. Cause I remember that like the day before we were at school. Do you guys remember where you were when that happened?
I remember my mom and dad freaking out. That's all I remember.
Yeah, like
Because I was
I was at
4. I was 4 years old.
I
I
was in
was
my
at
dad's
school.
rucksack.
Yeah,
I was
I
in
was
my
in
dad's
school at that
rucksack. I
time.
wasn't even born yet.
But Sopa's like, what's 9/11?
No, I don't know what's 9/11, Ben. I mean, that's stupid.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
That's really
Alright.
crazy though that you guys have technically lived through 9/11, and that's me who was born a year later.
Oh, you were born a year
Oh no,
after
actually, I
9/11?
was gestating at the time. I was in my mother's stomach.
Yeah,
Jeez, are you even old enough to use that vape? Like, goddamn.
Shut up, Will.
Anyway, no, so yeah, Chile's a very beautiful country. I recommend visiting it 100%. Um, like just to go, like just to see like the scenery itself makes the place amazing. But the people there, oh my God, the people there are so awesome and welcoming. You guys did a great job welcoming me in, even though I was a
Yeah.
little asshole.
Yeah, you were. You pretty much were.
Don't worry, he's an asshole in Canada too.
No, I'm not an asshole in Canada, but
Yeah, you are.
I think I've
I'll
grown.
bring him over to Britain, see if he's the same.
I've grown
Yeah.
as. Let's just say that like me, the reason why I went to South America was in order for me to grow as a person and leave that asshole person behind. And I think honestly, I did kind of lose that asshole personality, a lot of it, by going to South America. So I have you guys to thank for bringing me back down to earth.
No, that's sweet.
Look at this beautiful man that's before you. You guys created him.
My question is, really? Us?
No, that's
My
what.
class?
No,
Really?
no, like you guys really taught me what it was like to be humble. You know, like. So yeah, no, I'm serious. Before I went to South America, I was a little shit stick. In the
He would in league games. He'd be like, "I'm the star of the show. I'm the star of the show," and like he was joking, but he was like that kind of like half joking, where he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna carry you though," and
Yeah, that
like
sounds
fuck,
like pain.
that does sound like that.
I used
remember
to be
one
so
time-
full of myself.
I remember one time you got in trouble with the principal because you went and say, I'm a gringo, I can do whatever I want. I think, and he heard you, and he knew English. You idiot!
Yeah, so basically there's a word for I can't believe you remember that.
I remember it very vividly, actually.
There's like in South America, like the principal has like even a higher meaning than than just in regular like Canadian like schools. Like the principal's like a god figure almost, like the kids. So like
Really?
being a principal in South America means like you get a lot of respect from the children. And here's me, this white little bastard of a kid running around the school being like, I am a gringo, I can do what I want. like it was like so, and then like he heard me and he was like, he stops me in the hallways and he's like, oh, you think you can do whatever you want, right? And I literally turn around to him, I'm like, who are you? like I'm like, who are you? Yeah, like I pretty much can. I pretty much do whatever I want here. Like what are you? like what's your job? like and it's like I'm the principal. And I was like, and when he said that, I knew I was in trouble. I knew it
Yeah.
immediately.
And it was not easy to get in trouble in my school.
No.
Like not easy at all. Like we were like a bunch of little brats doing whatever we wanted, actually, and you managed to get in trouble.
Yeah. I remember like I wouldn't do anything at all. I would just sleep in class.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I would just
Ben, were you in my religion class in high school in grade 9?
You wouldn't know though because I wouldn't be there.
No, but were you?
No.
Damn. Do you remember fucking? Did you ever hear about how I pretended to need a laptop in that class?
Oh no.
And then you know what I did? I played Skyrim every day on that laptop.
You pretended to need a laptop.
Skyrim?
Yeah, dude. I logged so many hours on Skyrim in fucking religion class.
Oh my god.
You guys
That's
fucking
crazy.
didn't pay attention in class? Couldn't be me.
Jamie's being
Bro,
like,
I don't need to pay attention to religion class. I'm an atheist. I already knew all the bullshit.
Neither did I. I still got a grade, a 7, which I think is equivalent to an A grade to you guys.
I was a little hellion though. Like I remember at one point like someone did something to my bag as a joke, and then I was just like, "Who dares touch my stuff?" like I started running. I got
That was
really
in Chile?
mad. Yeah, I was in Chile.
Yeah, they would do this thing that they turn around your bag, and
Yeah.
they will hide it or something. That was pretty common in my class, actually.
And
In our class.
they tried hiding my bag, and then I was just like, "Oh, like you would dare touch my stuff? I am a god to you, Chileans." like,
I'm the angry white boy.
no, but Brian really, honestly, it was Brian the guy who really brought me down to earth, and I have a lot to thank.
I love Brian. Like I still do. He's a really dope guy.
Brian's the best.
Yeah,
And
he is.
like he's really the reason why like I'm a different person today, you know. I think I can go and say that like I'm a different person today thanks to Brian.
Now I believe that. I don't believe that my class helped you get any better.
Brian and Bobby, those two guys were like awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
but Ben, you gotta tell us some party stories in Chile.
well, I've got lots.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, you gotta tell us because I know drinking age there is different than here, right?
It was it's 18, right?
It is 18,
I
but
mean,
we
hey,
all
boy.
drank underage.
Yeah, everyone drinks
Yeah.
underage there, and like
Oh well, then it's no fucking different than Canada.
Yeah.
What's the drinking age in Britain?
18. But we're necking
Did
vodka
you-
by the age of 13.
Sopa, were you
We're
in
all fucking crazy.
Reñaca with us
Where what? Sorry?
when we went to Reñaca? I think I remember seeing you there.
Oh no, I wasn't there, but I heard the stories. Like I still I'm pretty close to Min. He's actually dating my cousin now.
Who?
Min.
Min?
Min is dating my cousin.
What? Oh my
Yeah.
god! If we could get Min on the podcast, but like fuck, he doesn't speak English.
That will be awesome.
I remember
actually.
me and Min. I was like so paranoid of smoking weed around my aunt, I remember me and Min, we had this vape pen, right? And the very last day of school, I was like, fuck it. If I'm gonna get expelled, it's gonna be today. Like, you know? It's the last day of school. So, like, me and Min, we just, like, in the corner of the class, just smoking a weed pen. And back then, it was, like, super, like, taboo. So
Yeah.
we're just smoking
Where
this
did
weed
you get
pen.
a weed pen? Was it like one of
He
those
ordered it
sketchy ones?
online.
Yeah, it's one of those sketchy ones you get fucking
Yeah, it
from
was
random
probably.
It
websites.
was definitely 100%.
Nowadays, you get a
Let's
weed
just-
pen. It's like super safe and regulated and shit.
Let's just say that it didn't get me high at all. It was an awful weed pen, but it
Oh,
made
you
me
probably
feel
had some
it made
poison.
me feel like disconnected like all day. That's all it did.
Bro, it was probably synthetic weed.
No,
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 it
no,
was
no.
one of
The
those
weed
pens
isn't.
that you got the weed inside.
You put the weed in and then like
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like a dry herb vape, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
awful. It didn't get you high at all.
No, but it made you
I,
feel
I
weird.
used to have a PAX and it got me high when I had a PAX.
Yeah, but
Remember that
everything gets
thing?
you high, Will. Like you're a twick. Your little like
Shut the
stick.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Anyway,
I'm
like
sorry,
Wait.
how old are you?
back to the story. I think there was like this weird like competition with colors and stuff, and I ended up being in my underwear.
Oh yeah,
And then
it
like
was
we
the
had to
Alianza.
show off our legs. We had, like they made me show off my legs because I had nice hairy legs, or I think that's what they had said to me.
Yeah, you were Mr. Legs. That was the competition.
Yeah, and then I think I won it.
I don't remember.
Either
that.
me or Kevin won it, and then they painted me green, right? They painted my whole body green,
Yeah.
and I was the Hulk. Well,
Yeah, I
imagine
remember
me
ripping up your
being
shirt.
painted in green, going back to Brian's house, and his mom just freaking out, like, "What the fuck? You think you're coming into my house dressed like that? Green paint? I don't know what I did, but somehow I got the paint off me." And then that night we had the biggest party, I think, ever at Brian's house. And then, oh fuck, what else happened? And then, I don't know what happened, but I ended up just, like, drinking too much and, like, passing out. But that was the end of that story.
That was like typical party in our school, actually.
The thing about parties in South America is, like, there's things that you need to have, right? In order for it to be considered a party. Otherwise, it's just a junta, which means a get-together.
Yes, it is.
So,
it's
So in
different,
order
yeah.
to have a party, first thing you need to do is you have to have snacks. Like actual good food.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe
Or a
if-
barbecue.
If it's a big party, yeah.
If you have to be the host and give snacks. Second thing you need is a DJ.
Yes.
You need a DJ in order to start the party. And the third thing you need to give all the booze. Like you need to be the provider of booze to that party.
I mean, some people do that.
Some people
I
do
didn't
that, yeah.
because I'm cheap.
But yeah, no, like parties in South America, they're a completely different animal.
Yeah, we party hard.
You guys party hard, like
Yeah, really hard.
oh my god.
I used to be the girl who ended up throwing up in every party and
Yeah.
every get together too.
It's hilarious. And then oh my god, when we went to the Nyaka, that was the time like that was the best time of my life.
I
Let me
can-
tell this
I can
story.
see that.
Let me tell this story about when Min got caught in the
Mm-hmm.
bus.
Oh yeah, I have heard that story. It's so funny. It's hilarious.
So we all get together, right? And we're gonna go to the clubs. In order to get to the clubs, it's like a 5-kilometer walk. So we're just like, fuck it, let's just take a bus. So we all get on the bus, right? And then the bus driver, he's like out of it. Like he's like completely like on drugs.
I've heard this story. I know what this story is.
This.
Yeah, it's so
Jamie.
funny.
This is for Jamie anyway. The guy's on drugs. He's completely out of it. He backs into the bus behind him. The bus behind him gets out of the bus, with a baseball bat and starts hitting the windows in the bus with a baseball bat, like trying to threaten us. And then the bus driver is like, okay, everybody off the bus. So we all run off the bus because he's about to just take off. And we turn around, but the doors literally close on my leg. So I fall off the bus. And we turn around and we're like, wait, where's Min? Min's still on the bus. So the bus takes off. Min's in the bus. He's like, we can see him in the back window, like, help me. So the bus takes off and we all just start running because it's 5 kilometers away, the next bus stop. We all just start running, right? You look at me, like, you think I'm gonna run that far? I somehow managed to run the whole way because I'm just like, I'm drunk. I've got like nicotine in my body. Like, we're just running, right? So we get to the next bus stop, and we get there, and Min's just like there with a big group of girls, like at the club. And he's like, hey, boys, what's going on? I'm fine. And we're all sweaty and stuff. And we're like, hey, Min. And we just start partying. We go into the club. And it was the best. But, like, we were, like, legitimately worried for Min's life. Like, we were like, what the fuck's going to happen to Min?
Yeah, if you know him, like, he's a little skinny guy. He has always been.
Yeah.
So the probability of him getting hurt is high.
Yeah. Oh, wow, what else did I remember you guys called me the White Devil for like a little bit.
Slightly.
I remember
Right away,
that one.
I was still thinking about the bus story. And just, you remember when you guys called me a white devil? What?
You guys used to call
Yeah.
me the White Devil.
Yeah, especially more than anything, it was because when he got high, he got like this crazy munchies. So it will like be you have food in your kitchen, it's gone. Like it's gone in literally 20 seconds.
Yeah. I loved it. I loved you guys because you guys would always just feed me. Like, I'd just be sitting there eating hot dogs out of like a hot dog thing. Like, no, but like I remember the first day I got called the White Devil. It was when we went to a party in like it was like the slums, right? And like for some reason, like somebody convinced me to like throw a bottle on top of a roof. And so like I just started throwing like empty bottles on top of these roofs, and like you know how the roofs are like most of the roofs are flat in South America,
Yes.
so these would like explode and then like they would just stay up there forever. So I think there's still some bottles up there that like I've thrown somewhere.
Probably. Probably.
As a slight backtrack, just a slight bit. So Benny just told a story about buses and being drunk. Does anyone else have a story about a bus whilst being drunk? Because I have one. I'd like to share.
Yeah, share it.
Go ahead, buddy.
All right. So this was my first time going out properly drinking. I wasn't the popular guy. I didn't get invited to many parties, but one of my mates from my first 2 years of college, it was like, oh yeah, come over. We got a bottle of vodka. We'll mix it in with energy drinks, and there's 4 of us. We'll go get shit faced. So I go to his. We neck this bottle of vodka within like 5-10 minutes between the 4 of us, and then we immediately get on this bus to the local city, to go play bowling whilst drunk. We get halfway through the journey, we decide, oh fuck, we really need a piss. None of us decided to have the brain cells that if we go for a piss, the bus is gonna leave. So we're there stranded in the middle of nowhere, not having any signal on our phone, not having any GPS or any idea how to get to the town. And we just decide, fuck it, let's walk that way. Managed to make it to the town and go bowling. And it's like, the amount of shit you can do whilst drunk is insane.
Yeah,
It's
like,
like
Yeah, it
a
is.
I got
superpower.
the weird drunk rage like running like in me. Like,
I can see Benny running through a wall whilst drunk.
I've done it before. I've literally done that before.
Oh, do you remember Dominic's party.
I remember Dominic's party. I wrestled everybody there.
Yep. And do you remember how I got there? Because I didn't have a ride.
Yeah, you literally longboarded from. He longboarded
Longboard.
for 3 hours total.
Oh
Straight.
god.
Just
Just to get to this party. And I get to the party, and you'd
That's
think I'd be
commitment, though.
tired. You'd think I'd be tired, right? But like, I was just vibing. I was ready to go. Like
and we
That's
passed
awesome.
I
him.
get off.
Me and my dad was driving me to the party. We passed him on the way there. And we were like, hey, do you
Why
want to
did you
ride?
give him a ride?
No, we were like, hey, do you want to ride? And Will's like, nope, I'm just going to keep going. Well, I'll see you there. I
He
don't know
committed
what.
to it. Like he was into it.
It was a nice ride. Although I
Right.
did go too far. The reason it took so long is because I went too far down one road. I was like, God damn it.
So, Sopa, if you could, like, if you have any stories that you would like to tell about me or, like, in general, Min or Kevin or anybody, go for it. The stage is yours.
I mean, I remember. I don't know if you were there specifically, but one day, do you remember that every first Monday of the month we have to do that stupid thing that we go to the gym and listen to the principal
Yeah.
talks?
Yeah, I remember that.
It sucked. It was so stupid. So one time we were with Cote and Franco, and we decided we're gonna skip it and we're going to go smoke weed instead. And we used to smoke inside of the school. It was like not a big deal
Yeah.
because we never got caught. And so it was raining, so we couldn't go to our usual spot. And as a joke, I said, well, let's go to Carito's bathroom. Do you remember Carito?
Oh, no! I remember this! Okay, keep going.
This was in the main entrance of the school. And
So,
they
okay,
looked at me and they went like, you're a genius.
Just so we have, like, some background information here. When you get to the school, there's, like, the receptionist, right? That's the carito. So the receptionist is right there, and then there's this perfect, nice, supreme bathroom there with a little window for ventilation.
Yeah, but
And-
the window went to like a closed space, so
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
Exactly.
So
So,
they look at me with like such amaze in their eyes, like you're a genius. And I was like, dude, I was joking. And we went and smoked there, and God, like every fucking person that was important for the school, like literally passed like outside of the door. Like there was like I don't know, the one who was in charge of little kids, a teacher that hate us, and oh, it was so.
I remember you
stressful,
guys
but
got in trouble
so
for
fun.
that. I remember you guys got in
No,
trouble
we
for that.
we didn't.
You didn't?
We didn't get in trouble. No, Cote and Franco got in trouble another time for smoking like right outside the office of one of the, I don't know, the teachers that were more important for little kids. And so the smoke literally went up her window and she got all the smell. So Cote got expelled that time actually.
Kote got expelled?
Yeah, that time, but then she worked it out. I don't remember how.
She just used her powers of persuasion.
I have a slight question being a British boy. So your high schools, which would be my secondary schools, do you have it in one big building or multiple small buildings divided by subject?
I think it was
No, it was one
buildings.
big building.
It was one building?
One big building.
Yeah.
That's really weird over here. We the only time we have one big building for something is in college. But with our secondary schools, they're all divided into small little buildings.
Actually, my
Like
school
portables?
was for.
No,
my
we
school
have
was for
portables, but
all.
we also had big, like, individual subject buildings. Like, we'd have a science block, we'd have a humanities block, we'd have an arts block.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
No, here in Chile, most schools have like all the grades. So you go preschool, elementary school, middle school, and then high school, all together in one building.
That's crazy.
I remember one
Is
time.
it like that in Canada?
I remember. Okay, this is the last story. And I'm sorry to take it away from you, Jamie, but this is the last story that I'll tell. So we were in Reñaca. This is like the party capital of like Chile, almost, kind of. Santiago's
Not,
better, but Santiago's better, but
it's the summer capital of
it's the summer
partying.
capital of partying. So we all went. We took a bus. We all got it. We were like super pumped. Like, yeah, we're gonna get fucking drunk, fucking for a week straight. Like, so we get there, and Brian was dating this girl named Yoska at the time,
Like, okay. I have forgotten about her.
yeah. Anyway, he was dating this girl named Yoska, and he was like madly in love or whatever, whatever. So he wouldn't be his usual self of going around grabbing girls and like being like, "Hey, girls, want to party?" Like that was Brian. Brian was the best at that. So like he wouldn't do his usual self. So one night we tricked him and we got him super drunk. And I
And
think
then put on a wig.
I didn't put on a wig, no. And so
Oh,
like
damn.
so he went out, we went out, and then like it's also blurry to me, but because I was drinking at the time like crazy, but I think he kissed a girl, and then he got super depressed about it, and then
Aw.
and then for some reason, like I don't know why, but like at the end of the night, like he was so sad. He was literally so sad. He was literally like ready to like just end it, and like and then he falls asleep, and then we all decide to shove shit up his ass.
Like off his ass! Bro!
Not literally, but like you know how like you have the underwear. We put shaving cream in his underwear. We put a bunch of toothbrushes in there, like not in him, but like around him. And we drew like penises everywhere on his body. Like
That's so Chilean. Like, so Chilean, it's not even funny.
I was gonna say that's such an American, South American thing. Like in England, I don't think we do that.
he woke
Like, we might
up.
draw
We draw
on
dicks
people,
on
but we
people's
wouldn't do that.
faces when after a party,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
as
yeah.
they
With
fall
like a
asleep.
permanent marker to draw it in the forehead.
We he woke up, and I was like this. I ran into my room, and I locked the door. And I hear dum dum dum, boom 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 boom. Ben culiao, te voy a matar, weón. And I was in translation, it's like, Ben, you asshole, I'm gonna kill you, asshole. And like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I locked the door. I'm like, Brian, I'm only gonna talk to you if you use your indoor voice.
Way to poke the bad thing. Jesus.
So he got super mad, and he ends up beating the fucking shit out of Min. I think
Yeah, he's a big guy.
he's just like pushes Min down. He just starts bum 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 bum, and Min's like, "Stop it, Brian! Stop!"
Man.
It's like, and then Min's like calling to us for help. It's like, "Help me!" And we're like, "Nope, oh, both rooms are locked."
For me.
Oh,
As another thing related to high school and the differences between Britain, Canada, and South America, you guys have prom, and it's really big, right?
yeah,
Prom's a really big deal for you guys. Is it the same in South Africa?
kind of,
South
not
America?
really in South America.
Not as much.
No. We
I didn't
have
even go to
one.
mine.
Ours is very, very casual. But I assume something that we all have in common to do with prom is after prom, and it's the thing
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
like. The biggest party. But then
I
you got
guess
people like me
I guess
that
I did
go
kind of go to
prom.
prom because I got drunk on the after party. I didn't go to the
Yeah,
actual
no,
prom though. I speed ran speed ran that
that
night.
doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me you didn't go to prom. I feel like
wanted
you're
to
probably
go.
there,
I just
probably there
didn't
playing
end up
games and then
going.
go, you know what, booze.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's talk
I
about
went
some.
to Techland's after that. Fucking that was awesome.
So
That
now
was a
that
good
we've
night.
got all the reminiscing stories out of the way, let's talk about some real Sorry, real stuff. Sopa, how did you learn English?
Well, I learned English pretty young. Like, I was, I don't know, around 7 or 8, and suddenly I discovered that I can understand English. I
You're
went
just
to
really
a
smart.
better school in when I was little than what we went. And so that school really helped me to get the basics. But now I'm studying to be a translator and interpreter.
Mm-hmm.
So I got like a
Funny.
better like level of English in there.
Yeah, your English
I'm
is
on
very good.
my last year now.
That's awesome. And
Okay, your English is good. I have a question. How is Ben's Spanish?
It's okay. It wasn't bad.
Ben, hit
He
us with
learned
some
all
Spanish.
of the bad
bueno,
words.
sí, así que si tú quieres te puedo hablar así y ahí, weón, si quieres te voy a matar,
Sí,
Will.
immediately the garabatos.
Yeah, so the thing about Chilean Spanish is like we all talk like with swear words. Everybody
Yeah.
does. Even your grandpa.
Yeah, not much, but yeah.
So like in Chile there's a thing called being flight day. And everyone tries it and it's
Being
like
what?
being gangster, you know, like you're gonna slur your words, you're gonna be like I don't know, it's hard to explain, but like everyone aspires to be flight day in Chile.
I don't know if everybody aspires to be flighted, but everybody talk with bad words.
Yeah.
Like I always got in trouble for that because I was the typical girl who were
Is
everybody
that
was
like
talking, and in the minute that
like,
everybody
whoa.
got silent, I will like curse.
Like, yeah. It's
Like,
I feel
hilarious.
like that's kind of like being a roadman in England.
A roadman. Yeah. It's like kind of
You
like
guys
that.
unfamiliar? Yeah.
Hit us
Yeah,
with some
kinda.
roadman lingo.
Oh man, do batting, baby. Hit me up with that BB pin. I'll fucking bat your batty. Say nothing, you clapped anyway.
In it.
In it.
In it, though.
In it.
Anyway,
The only
so
thing American is in it.
Yanan's gash bod.
so while I
There
have
we
you
go.
here,
What? Nan China. Are you feeling good, Will? Your nan's gash bare nasty, innit?
There you go. That's what I want. See, I can't. I don't know the whole slang. You kind of finished it off there. That was perfect.
anyway, back on track here. I want you to sort of like go over like the basic traditions in Chile. So like every Saturday we'd have like a barbecue, like you know, like stuff like that.
That's a cool tradition.
I mean, every family has their own traditions. I don't think that we have like
No, it's not
specific-
set. It's not set. It's not set. So like not
No.
everybody does it, but
the biggest celebration for our national holidays.
yes,
Do you
I was talking
understand?
about them yesterday. The 18th of September.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like people go off the 18th of September. We have these things called fondas. There are kind of like a carnival, but not quite.
It's
You
for
basically
drinking.
go there, eat meat, and drink.
Yeah.
That's all. And you have to put the Chilean flag in your house. Otherwise, if the police see you without the flag, they have to um like
Arrest you,
get
right?
get like a ticket or something.
Yeah.
That's weird, man. That's crazy.
It's cool.
I mean,
I love it.
in-
It's,
Is that in like enforced patriotism?
Yeah,
a
it
little
is.
bit, a little bit.
Jeez, I don't
everybody
know
goes
if that's
along with
okay
it.
or not, man. Like, what the
I'm,
hell?
I'm a little scared about that. Like, imagine like you oversleep that day, forget to put your flag up, and you just got policemen knocking on. Like, hey, where's your fucking flag, dude?
Sounds like America almost too.
It's
You
not
know?
that extreme, but it could happen. Like if a Paco is like, Paco is a policeman here in Chile.
yeah, they call them
Don't-
Pacos.
To their faces.
Yeah.
So,
What's a bad word for policeman in Chile?
Pig.
Paco, yeah.
So Paco's like pig. If you were to go
Oh,
like, to a
Paco's
police
pig.
officer and call him a pig, that's like calling them a Paco is. And that's like the equivalence.
Oh.
Yeah, but everybody
Yeah, I
calls.
thought was just reading it.
Literally everyone calls them Pacos though.
It's part of that gangster thing.
If I had ever had an interaction with a police officer, which I think I had one, I would probably call them a Paco. Just because I'm a gringo and I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, Brian got
What's Ringo for us some non-educated people?
Gringo is American.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should. Did you wear your Canadian pin while you were in Chile?
No.
You should have, because they treat you a lot better if you have that Canadian pin.
They
Wherever
treat
you go in the world, if you have a Canadian pin, people will treat you nice, give
not
you
in
free
in
stuff.
Chile. They'll treat you the
Super
exact same as they
polite as
treat
fuck.
everyone else. Everyone they don't give a shit that you're Canadian or
No, but like
American.
when you compare it to the States, when Americans go
No, like
traveling, they don't wear their pins
in
because if
Chile,
they wear their pins,
William,
people shit on them.
William.
oh! If I saw someone with an American pin, I'd be like, "You fucking mongoloid! I hate you!
Yeah, exactly. That's
Oh
what
my
I
You
mean.
go
god.
back to fucking drumstick."
Anyway, whatever. Like regardless if you're
Yeah,
American
yeah.
or if you're Canadian, I think like the difference would only be with the adults. I was dealing with teenagers, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So everyone loved me. I think everyone was like, "Oh, fucking Ben, like you fucking idiot."
I don't know if
So they're like, nah.
Sorry, what was that, Sopa?
I don't know if everyone loved you, but everyone find you funny. I think
Yeah, at least
because you were an asshole. So
I
that
was an
funny.
asshole. Yeah, at the very beginning. So, um,
Yes.
anyway, so like the 18th of September happens. Everyone goes to these fondas that are like these carnivals
Yeah.
where there's like these rides. Sometimes there's like a big spinny thing
Yeah. El Tagada.
and you go there and like the booze is just incredibly cheap. So you just drink and drink and drink and drink, and people have gone missing because they've drinking so much, and like people are like the next day they're like, "Where's this guy?" And he's just like in the ditch, like.
Oh my God! In 2019, that happened to me.
And man,
You were in a ditch.
Literally fell into a into a canal, a ditch.
oh my god, that
Yeah.
does
You
not
just stayed
surprise
there.
me. That does not surprise me.
Yeah. In Fondas, we have this like traditional that's called terremoto because here in Chile, a lot of earthquakes.
I love terremotos.
So terremoto is wine with pineapple ice cream and I don't know how to fuck
Ooh.
in
Look at this,
English.
man.
What is that?
I got this from Marissa for my birthday. Who do you think that is?
That you?
No.
Oh, the police.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Stuart
Anyway.
Copeland, the drummer, as a Funko Pop. I don't really collect these things, but I thought it was pretty cool that they had a Stuart Copeland one.
Okay, thanks for the
Sounds like
derailment,
I'm
sir.
over.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
Me and
Yeah,
Ben
we're
used to
talking
listen to like the Police and
What are
shit
you
while we were driving
doing
around
now?
all the
Yeah.
time, so I thought he might want to see it.
Okay, back to Sopa's
like-
story. Back to Min was just passed out in a ditch, and you couldn't
No,
find him.
He was
oh, what
like,
happened to Min?
fucking around with that fucking sign that he got off the street. And so he was not paying attention, and suddenly he was with Lore. Do you remember?
Yeah, I
Lore?
love Lore.
He was with Lore and Carlitos,
Uh
and suddenly Min disappeared.
huh.
Just leave him in the ditch.
They have the video of Lore getting Min out of the ditch,
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
so drunk that he couldn't get himself up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that happens a lot with fondas in Chile. Like people get
I love
So-
Chile. If I could, I'd probably like live there, like when I retire. When I retire, I don't want to make money. Like I know that the situation. So let's talk about like the whole money situation in Chile. Like there's a lot of poverty there, right?
it's not good at the moment, especially because of COVID and
Mm.
because of the riots that happened in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was so like
Can you? Because I don't know anything about these riots. Can you explain those to us?
okay, so 2019, the government decided to up the fee of the subway about 30 pesos more, like 30 pesos more, and that's actually a lot. Like for a lot of people, it's already so expensive. Like so that got like everyone super mad, and they started to remember everything that's gone wrong. So at first it was only like in the subway, you know.
Yeah.
uh, will like do a massive, like, people would not pay, and like in waves
Hmm.
they will, like, break like gates also.
Yikes.
And so the 19th of October of 2019, it was like a pretty normal day. I mean, everyone was a little like mad, but it was like pretty normal. So I remember I got off class, then I went get a couple of beers with a couple of friends. Then I went to my cousin's house, and suddenly there's sirens everywhere. You went outside, there was smoke everywhere because there were so many barricades everywhere.
Yeah.
Ooh. And it was insane. Like the protest lasts for a month, like
Hmm.
daily. Like they were daily protest in Plaza Italia.
Well, what exactly were they? Were they just protesting the fee of the subway, or were they protesting more than that?
It's all about the dignity of life here in Chile. It's
Hmm.
not equal for everyone.
I
For
will
example,
say that. Yeah, it's definitely, if you're on the poorer side, you're forced to work in supermarkets, and you're forced to work in like
if
yeah,
so, it's
and
pretty bad.
they pay
The-
supermarket
It,
workers, like the average worker. Sorry, Sopa.
it's okay.
They pay the average worker so shit.
Hmm.
Mm.
And
Jeez.
the prices of living here, it's insane. The prices of rent, the prices of food, everything is so up in comparison to the minimum salary.
Yeah.
So people are really tired of that.
I feel like that's the same with UK. Like the minimum wage is like £6.20 or something, and the minimum for a house is £700 upwards,
Mm.
and that's really hard to achieve for a minimum wage worker. Like
Yeah.
I could barely, I could, like, with one of my old jobs, I could barely scrape 500, 600. But
Jeez.
like if I wanted to move out, I couldn't. If I wanted to move out and have a car, I couldn't. I'd need
Mm.
a good paying job for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, I definitely think like
So take
that
your
kind of minimum wage
situation, Jamie,
something
right,
seriously.
and multiply
Huh?
that by 25. That's like, you imagine working in a supermarket and getting paid like
Two pounds.
2 pounds.
Three
Yeah.
3 pounds. Something like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's not.
So
It
so
just
here,
doesn't make sense.
what you end up having is you have these homeless people that are homeless not by choice, but and they have a job, but they still are homeless. Like,
Exactly. You see like homeless people and like, oh, if they got a job, they'd be fine. But no, in situations like that,
yeah,
it'd be like they've got a job and they still can't afford a home.
exactly.
It's ridiculous.
yeah, here in Chile we have these sites. We do have homeless people that lives in the streets too, but our big problem is the sites where people live illegally.
Mm.
So it's,
Mm.
let's say, a field that is not supposed to be for people living there because it's dangerous. Because I don't know, the one that I worked on for a couple of years, it was really next to a river that will float out and let people without their everything. Basically, people would die there,
Mm.
but they don't have anywhere to live. So they have these little houses that they build from the trash they found, or really, really, really cheap wood. And so it's a big problem. We have a lot of campamentos here in Chile, and so people are really tired of that. They were really tired. So that's what the subway fee was, the drop that filled the glass,
Oh
Yeah.
basically.
yeah. kind of like the George Floyd protests in the States. Because
Exactly.
like that was happening for a while, like that
Mhm.
kind of those kind of things were happening for a while, and then like George Floyd was just like one like the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's worse is
And
I've
sorry.
just quickly googled this, but Chile is classed as a developed country. So you know how you have third world countries and first world countries. The correct term is developing and developed. Chile is classed as a developed country, but they still have that level of poverty. And
Yes.
I personally believe that developed countries should work together to make sure that there isn't a degradation of developed countries to a point where they're back down to developing or have that kind of poverty and homelessness. Which is why when you see big people buying like expensive Gucci belts and this, that, and the other, and there's people out there that don't even have a home and they're working their ass off.
Mm.
I feel like there needs to be a higher tax on like some countries or like some age bracket, so people in Chile that are working in shops that have no home. Like there should be a tax that helps those kind of people. And not I'm not talking like charity work, like a forced thing, because not everyone will be charitable in that
And
wage bracket.
the thing is too, Jamie, like having the to have to rely on charity, like
Yeah, people shouldn't
that's
have to rely on other
what?
people's charitability.
No, we shouldn't have to rely on just like giving people things. This is a reason we have a government. Like they're supposed
That,
to
that's
help people,
that's
you
coming
know?
from a streamer whose money is made out of people being charitable. But
Well, yeah.
people shouldn't have to be charitable for other people to have a house
Yes.
when they're working their ass off. I definitely think
Yeah.
that countries like that should
And
be
and they don't even
given
have to
help.
they don't even have to do like a whole tax on the wealthy, just a living wage, just a living wage. You don't need a
Yeah,
thriving wage for minimum wage, just enough to get by, right? As long as you have
yeah,
enough to get a
exactly.
one bedroom and some
And
food and internet, you're good.
that'll be down to like the country not having enough money. So if bigger countries that have massive amounts of profit can help smaller countries like that, then why aren't they? Where is the logic in letting other people suffer because you're like, we like money?
Yeah,
Dog
exactly.
eat dog.
And I will say one thing: the Chilean government is probably one of the most corrupt that there is. They
Exactly.
make millions.
Corruption is so mad.
Yes. That's the also that's why people were so tired, because literally one time the son of the president was charged with, I don't know, um million millions of Chilean pesos of like he robbed people.
Yeah,
He
And
committed
like, sorry.
forgot this the word. Don't worry, continue.
fraud. I think
That's
it's
why
what I'm
I
looking for.
feel like
Fraud.
countries that have that power, like people that have massive military power, should come into the countries that are corrupt and be like, sort this shit out, or we're gonna blow you up. Not blow you up, but take down your government. Because obviously you don't need damage to the country
Yeah,
itself, but
but then you have all
bigger
this.
powers.
Here's the issue with that, Jamie. Having a country come in, that's called an invasion. That's an invasion, brother. Like then
And
you
that
have and then you
the
have
states kind of did that with Iraq and stuff and
yeah. Like
Afghanistan. They tried that with
you
Afghanistan.
can't have someone come in with force to fix it. This fixing a country like Chile has to come from within, and that's
Yeah.
what these protesters are trying to accomplish.
Yeah,
Right?
But
you're
how far can protesters push?
They
There's a limit.
believe it or
they
There's a
not, the
limit
people
they can
have a
push, and they
voice.
can't push fast.
Yeah. If enough people just start messing shit up, even the military, like, because the military, you think about it, it's just a bunch of people who are just like, oh, we'll gun and then they'll work for us. If your whole family is telling you to not work for the government, you're not gonna stay in the military. Like, the military wouldn't have that kind of control or power. Some of them would stay and like probably fight the protesters, but a good chunk of them aren't gonna like if there's enough
But
of a hubble haloo, but
it's a very sad state of affairs.
yeah,
Yeah, like you hear of countries like Chile, and like you see how beautiful it is, and how much they have to offer the rest of the world. But then they're just being held back by all these rich scumbags that are like really just taking advantage of the people, you know.
And it's such a shame looking
Honestly,
at
it
like
brings a tear to
developing.
my eye. It brings a tear to my eye every time I think of my cousins and all and how like they might not have as great of a future as I do just because of where I live, you know.
It's like looking at developing and developed countries. This is a very big thing that you study in geography, but developing and developed countries. If you look at developed countries with a corrupt government and developing countries with an uncorrupt government, it's like, well, this country that's developing has so much potential, but
It's
we're all
like
putting our
Africa
money into
and
a corrupt developed country.
it's like places like Africa and all that. Like they have so much potential. They have all these minerals, all these resources, but other countries.
Mm,
It's not a situation like Africa because in Africa's situation you have countries like the states that come in and private organizations that like take advantage of all their resources that way.
yeah,
In Chile, you have the opposite, where it's the internal government that is controlling everything.
It's not
it's
only the government that's corrupt, actually. The police enforcements are all corrupt too.
Hmm.
When the riots began, there was a lot of like fucked up news that popped out.
mm,
For example, a woman got arrested in La Serena, and since she was running all day and she hasn't eaten or drink any water, she passed out. And when she woke up, she found out that one of the policemen had raped her.
ridiculous.
Jeez.
But
And
it's
that's
also
not the first time that has happened.
it's really ironically sad that we teach our children to be kind to each other, but looking at country to country, do we actually support other countries, or do we just kind of put charity events on to be like, oh, we definitely care?
And then where does the
Like,
money from the
sure,
charities go and
we
It
all
goes
yeah,
that
to the
shit?
charity
look,
execs.
look how much charitable work we've done. Look at all this amazing charity work that we've done. That's given people in Africa water. Yeah, but instead the government can be there like, oh, we'll actually give you something so you can actually survive other than water.
Yeah.
We can help you massively, but we choose not to. Why? Because we're selfish. Why? Because we're thinking about ourselves and not other people.
And the thing is, like, too, like, the people of South America, Chile, they are so welcoming. You know, like I was welcomed with open arms when I came down there. Like, even though like I come from all this privilege, like you guys just like you guys were to all the credit to you. You guys just welcomed me. You know, like you didn't have hold any regret or any like malice towards me. You guys just kind of like welcomed me with open arms. And like that was just beautiful to me, and like the fact that you guys are suffering so much right now, like it really does bring a tear to my eye. Like these conditions are not appropriate for humans to live in.
No, they're not.
It's also really sad that if you take it down to an individual basis, any individual can be someone massively influential that could potentially change the world. But those people that might be there in that country might just be shunned out of their potential. If they were given a proper education, if they reached their potential that they have in their heart, maybe we could progress further as an entire world or
Yeah,
a continent.
the
But
cure for cancer is inside the brain of a small child
exactly,
somewhere, and they didn't get the education to let that come out.
exactly, like there could be people that could change the world single-handedly, but because of where they're born, they can't achieve that. Maybe they have the brain power, maybe they have the potential, but because of their country
It really
situation, it's
is
like,
just a shame.
no, you
Like,
can't have it.
and it's a cycle. It's a cycle of poverty. The poverty cycle is
Yes.
a never ending. Like you have your like it is so goddamn hard for anybody to become something when you are living in poverty, like
Yeah,
because
it is.
because like instead of being able to go to school, you have to work to provide for your family, and you're working at such a low minimal rate in Chile. Like, oh, like it makes my head hurt. How
But
how
yeah,
how
the
Yeah.
need for money is really sad. Like there are people that are super talented in a subject, but because it's not guaranteed money, they have to give up on that subject. because they need money to live.
And it's not just the politicians. It's all like, I'm sorry, like, if I'm not wrong, it's also like these executives in companies that are like
Yeah.
massively controlling everything. I think the only good company out there in Chile is Teleton, right?
Well, the thing is, with Teleton, it has helped a lot of people,
Yeah.
but the Teleton, specifically like the TV show,
Yeah.
it's full with corruption as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because my cousin Gonzalo Ramirez, he was
yeah,
a survivor from Teleton, or like they helped him out a lot.
yeah. The foundation in itself, it's good. It
Yeah.
helps people that need help. But like I said, the television show is that it's a television show
Mm-hmm.
with people making money off of it.
Yeah.
People that already have money.
It's
So
corruption's
as sorry,
everywhere.
go on, buddy.
Capitalism, baby.
Well, that's the thing though. Like within capitalism, there is like that. The fact that you can go from nothing to riches is capitalism. So the opportunity is there. I'm not saying socialism is the answer at all. I think I think like just having a proper democracy
Yeah,
is the real
I agree with that.
answer to the problems that
You can't have unregulated capitalism and you can't have pure socialism because both of those are going to fail. You need a mixture
exactly.
of the two. You need to have you need to have a basic minimum that people can survive off of, and then let them work past it to get more successful. So that way you have that competition. Like you don't.
So I have a question. This applies to Sofa and to even you, Ben, maybe, because I know that you have an issue with mental health. How supportive is your country with mental health issues or medical health issues?
That's really a tough one, eh? Like
Yeah,
I don't think they're supportive at all.
I mean,
Because
Maybe like in
yeah,
recent years, maybe in recent years they started to get more supportive, but I think like like if you think about Chile and South America, you have to think almost like a couple years behind.
yes,
So Chile right now it's like 2000s America.
yeah, you could say that.
You could
Yes,
say
Do they got
that,
pop punk?
yeah, well,
Not
I
exactly.
want. If I could go back to the early 2000s, listen to pop punk again, I'd do it. Fuck.
you can listen to it anyway, you spanner. It's called Spotify.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you want to
true.
go with
I
podcasts
got some
on
records
Spotify?
behind me too.
Oh yeah! Shout out to the Spotify podcast. Our
Yo, we got a
podcast is on
Spotify,
Spotify.
bro. That's
We got a
sweet.
Spotify, my guy.
We're on Spotify.
You can hear our annoying voices on Spotify.
Okay, I should
Live
probably follow
and
us.
on Spotify.
Oh, 1 second.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Since when is the
I
Joe
better
Rogan
get going,
podcast
guys.
not
I
live?
got our parents coming over to right now.
okay, yeah, we'll arrange
Yeah,
it so
yeah.
that you can leave. So yeah, it's okay. Don't
All
worry
right.
about it.
It was nice though.
It's fun talking about socialism with you, William.
Okay, well,
See ya, buddy.
Yeah, communism, baby. Let's go.
Anyway, I'm gonna fix. While I fix this, Jamie, would you mind asking our beloved guest about COVID?
about COVID. So for how has COVID affected you and the country and the people around you?
well, it has affected my family pretty close because my dad's a doctor and my mom's a nurse, so they had to be like out there in the battlefield,
Mm.
and it has been like kind of sad watching my dad, especially because he's an anesthesiologist, and so he's not doing the job that he has so hard study for,
Mm.
that for intubating people.
Yeah.
As matter of the country, well, it's no secret that our government hasn't been dealing with things the proper way.
Yeah. Have you guys gone into national lockdowns or anything like that, or has it just been kind of open and not caring?
No, they had been doing the lockdowns and everything. But the thing is, it's the lockdown is for like little kids, students, and like pregnant women, basically. Because
That's crazy.
if you have to go to work, they gonna make you go to work, and they
Mhm.
are not even gonna like provide like the company that you're working for working for, sorry, they're not gonna provide like a special like transport. No, you have to take the bus, you have to take the subway, and like ex- expose yourself to the virus every day.
That's
So
awful.
you guys didn't have furlough or anything like that. You had to go to work. You had to take public transport. You didn't get a chance of having like 80% of your wage, but stay at home while it's safe.
No, we didn't
You,
have.
In
oh,
Canada,
that's terrible.
again, like I'm
Benny, yeah,
sorry
Benny,
for
did you have
being
furlough?
so privileged, but in Canada we got like lots of money. So
Yeah, you guys were crazy. How was like furlough and stuff like that for you guys
for
in
Canada,
Canada? Yeah,
in
for Canada.
Canada, you basically get $2,000 a month. It was $2,000 a month for every month
Every
almost.
every working citizen?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That is insane. We got 80% of our wages, but we didn't have to work, obviously.
but you have to pay it
So
back.
we got to
So
stay home for 80. You have to pay it back.
yeah,
Oh, okay, maybe that's
eventually,
not as good as we had it.
eventually you do.
Here in Chile, I think that they had something called the COVID bonus. I don't know, bono in Spanish, where they will give like 5,000 Chilean pesos to people. But with that, if you have kids, like that's nothing.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, that's not enough support.
Yeah, I remember from people that I used to work with, like I said, I work in a campamento. People were like, I'm willing to sell my stuff, man, because my children are going through hunger, because
Yeah,
of this. Because at the first month we did had like a serious lockdown where people couldn't get to work or anything, but the government didn't like provide a solution for that. They was like, no, you cannot go to work. You cannot make money for your
that
family.
that yeah, that's 100% a government thing. If a government decides that you can't go to work, they should be able to give you enough money to support your family, and so your kids aren't dying. A government's job is to keep the people alive. If then failing to do that, a simple task, then they need to sort their
You
priorities
know,
out.
I just want to take this moment to say that I love my mom. I thank her so much
Oh,
every day for like the sacrifices she made in order for me to live in a country where it's where the government does help the citizens. And I wish I could just take all of my friends from Chile and just like move them to South
shall
to
we? Shall
Canada. And
we? Shall we talk about the sacrifices that families have to make in order to keep their children safe, both physically, like nourishment, education, and mentally?
it's a lot, man. Like
Yeah.
Like
it,
I don't know what you guys have to go through. Like my family's on benefits. My mom and dad are separated. My dad is out of the picture, but my mom lives on benefits so that we can have a roof over our head, so we can have internet, so we can talk to people, and so we can have education. Thankfully, our education is free up until a certain age, but it's a very big give. And I'm also very thankful for my mom because I'm nearly 19 now. This point 10 years ago, people would be moving out. People would have their own house. But because of how situations are, both financially and emotionally, it's not as easily to do.
no, it's
Hmm.
not.
Like I don't because obviously I'm younger than both of you, but I don't know if you guys are the same situation where your housing prices are ridiculous, so
Yes,
there's no chance
yes.
an
Yeah,
18-year-old to move
they
out.
are. They
It,
are.
it's insane.
In Chile, like you're kind of forced to live with your parents until they get old, and then now you take over the house payments sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not for all, but And in my case, for example, like right now, like I don't have a job. The- I cannot go out, and I did freelance a couple of work translation papers
Mm-hmm.
last year, but there's not a lot out there, man.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
so
situation not
stressful.
is
Eh?
not good right now.
No,
Really not good.
and my heart really does go out to you guys. Like fuck, like it's so painful for me to like be here, like not having to worry about too much. And then I'm always like, like, ah, fuck, my life is so hard. Like I gotta do this and that. Well, in reality, I have one of the easiest lives ever, and it's
I mean, we struggle with different things.
But like when if you compare, if I were to compare my life to yours, Sopa, like sorry for doing that, but like I would rather have my life and like not that like I'm trying to say that your life is more worthless. What I'm saying is that
Mm.
like holy fuck, like is it ever a struggle for you? Like
It's a lot easier.
I don't struggle as much because here in Chile, doctors get like have
yeah,
a lot of money. But I do know that my dad built himself up from the ground.
exactly right. Like
See,
Like
it's
nobody
it's
helped him,
it's
not
a
even
very
his dad.
interesting
He paid for his own career.
mm-hmm,
it's a very interesting comparison because obviously I don't know about you so far, but me and Ben both massively struggle with mental health. We
yeah,
both have things that
Yeah.
make day-to-day challenge. I don't know about you. I apologize if you're the same, but it's interesting comparing people that have financial issues to people that have mental issues, and it's an interesting on. It's not a competition who has worst, but it's an interesting comparison between the two. Obviously, don't
like
mean to assume your own.
say someone desperately needs mental health medication, how would
Mm.
you go about getting that even nowadays in South America?
Well, if you're like enlisted to say to say so, in a consultorio, which are like little medical centers, they do give some medication, not all, not every type of medication.
That's so bad.
Um, in my case, I'm so grateful because last year I wasn't doing very good at all, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, not able to see my friends, not able to go out. I'm a
It
very
has a massive knock-on effect.
I'm a very social person,
Mm-hmm.
especially with my
Yeah.
comfort group of friends. And so I have I had a lot of like unresolved trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So thanks to my parents' economic situation, they were able to pay for two therapists to
That's
help me.
great. That's good.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
But
great.
if I were to be poor, I basically I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like
Which is such a
people in
shame.
consultorios have a new therapist like every 2 weeks. That
Mm-hmm.
doesn't help. That doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all.
Mm.
No.
You need like one long-lasting therapist.
Exactly.
I'm just.
Slightly, slightly,
My mind is blown just talking like, cause like like when you're a visitor to South America, you don't you're kind of shielded
Yeah,
from
you don't see
all.
the
You
struggle.
don't see the struggle.
mm.
And I was so
I was,
lucky in order for me to be able to see the struggle that some people had, because that I think that also humbled me quite a bit. Like seeing the grocery store workers like just working their ass off, and like it's like like it's like the Indian class system almost that you guys have, like caste system. Sorry, the Indian caste system. It's crazy.
mm.
Mm.
I was just about to ask, Benny, I know your struggles with mental health. How was that in Chile? Did you get much support with it then?
Well, back
Because obviously I
then,
don't know at what point you started getting help.
I was sort of like undiagnosed bipolar.
Yeah,
Um,
that
but
must have been rough.
Honestly, you guys like Sopa and everyone there. They made it so much better. So like,
That's good.
honestly,
That's
like
good.
it was a
Having good
great. I
people.
had the greatest time ever. Like it was almost as if like my problems went away when I went to South America. But I
Mm.
know that that was just like that was just
Like, obviously through experience, I can't picture it, but I can't picture having the level of depression I have in a place like Chile because
Yeah.
there isn't as much help. It is a very rough time, and
hmm
my heart goes out to people that are suffering with depression or anything severe that makes them not want to live over in places like Chile and other countries like that that just can't support people like that.
Yeah, I mean, last year my parents ended up in at one point they end up paying like, I don't know, like $3,060. I mean, pesos, Chilean pesos, in therapy for me. That's more than the minimum wage here.
hmm
It's insane, and it's just so you can keep alive. It's just so you can
Yeah,
keep going, and
it was. I
it's
was in the
insane.
edge of the like the. I was borderline suicidal actually last year. So
I'm
if I
so
I
didn't
sorry to
can
hear
had
that.
understand that.
if I didn't had that help, like I don't know what will be of me now.
It's such a shame anyone that deals with suicidal thoughts or self-harm thoughts. Like, shout out to myself for surviving, but it's a very rough stage to go through, even in a developed country such as UK, where we have free healthcare. Um, because you'll go through that and you'll go through the experience of that and try and get help, and you still fail. So, like, thinking of that in the sense of a developing country, sorry, a developed country that doesn't quite support people like that,
Mm,
I I feel generally my heart goes out to that. And if like there's every channel, fuck, sorry, every charity that has an option to help people with depression, I will always go for, no matter what, because I fully understand the struggle of that, and it's such a shame that even people such as yourself that I've got to the borderline state have had to struggle with that by themselves, like without professional help, without spending a mad extortionate amount
yeah,
is so difficult for those people. Um, like I'm familiar with how high the suicide rates in Chile are, but it's so tragic. Um, just even
here
thinking of the suicide rate here.
in Chile, actually, the suicidal rate, like the highest rate, is for like elderly people. Sadly enough, because the
Mm.
pension system here in Chile sucks. So
Mm.
often, like elderly people will commit suicide to not be a burden to their families.
It's
Isn't that
such
something?
an unfortunate state.
Isn't
You're
that
like
just? Oh my god.
it's really sad because like, hey, I've raised my kid,
Oh my
I've done
god.
my job, but I can't afford to keep living. So instead of being a financial burden, we'll exit it for you. And it's like you should never put a person in that situation. A person should never be in a situation where they're like, I'm such a financial burden that I need to leave this earth.
Yeah,
It's so tragic.
We're not talking about the suicide rate for transgenders right now. We're talking about the suicide rate for in general
Yeah,
in South America, Chile. Sorry, immortal guy,
yeah.
but
For the elderly, for the elderly, elderly.
elderly. Yeah. I just like oh thanks for the fact. But no, like it's it really does make me like super sad thinking that my grandma still is out there. Like in Chile, like she's just the sweetest woman, and like just to like think that she might have that thought where she's being a burden to the family makes me so mad.
yeah,
It's as someone who feels like they're a financial burden to their own family because of benefits and stuff like that. I'm turning 19 soon, and all my benefits from my mum stop, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm a financial burden. I'd hate to feel at a stage where you've got past the part where your responsibilities are practically gone. You've lost your responsibility in looking after your kids because they're fully grown adults and they can look after themselves and they're looking after their own kids. So at that state, I feel like if I felt the same, it'd be very hard to drive myself to keep living. So it's really sad that elderly people have to go through that because they're
Hmm.
afraid of the financial burden.
It's
Yeah,
And
no,
awful.
it's also a situation like funerals cost money. Obviously, funerals cost money. So it's like, oh, do I stay and be a financial burden or leave and be a financial burden? And it's not a nice situation for anyone.
No, I just I can't believe like like so just to give some background on my family in Chile, like right now, like I don't think things are going very well for them at all. I don't know if you might know my family a little better, my Chilean family, but some background on what's going on with them is there's this guy. His name is Pablo. He's he's technically my uncle, but he's a huge piece of shit.
Okay.
He's an architect. My
That's cool,
entire
but he's a piece of
family,
shit, so
my entire family in South America, Chile, is depending on this asshole. And he cheated on my aunt.
Oh, that's
let me guess, but she
And
can't leave him
you know
because they
how
need him
Gonzalo is,
financially.
right, Sopa?
yeah. He's the sweetest little thing.
And his dad, I'm talking about his dad. Um, his dad cheated on like his my aunt, and they can't get away from him.
No, that sucks.
They can't. They need him financially.
They need him financially, so they're all just stuck with this terrible guy. You know, like
It's so fucked. And generally, my heart goes out to anyone that has a story like that. It's so fucking broken, and it's
mhm.
such an unfortunate like state to be in. You've put so much effort into life, and now you're stuck, forced in a financial situation where you have to be with someone that's mentally breaking you and emotionally breaking you. Like my heart goes out to your aunt because I'm familiar with cheating. I don't know if you guys are familiar with being cheated on, but I'm familiar with being cheated on, and
It's
it's
awful.
not fun.
Yeah.
To think that you're forced to stay with that person, like I'm almost the point of tears. It's
Hmm.
it's not a fun situation.
Yeah.
Here in like single women don't get a lot of help from the government again.
No.
They just got like a March bonus of like I don't know 2,000 pesos, Chilean pesos, something like that.
Which is it isn't enough
I'm
to
sorry if this
support
is hard to
family.
talk about, Sopa.
It is hard, but it needs to be
Yeah.
talked about.
It's
There's
a
a lot
very
of
important
people that
subject.
don't know the struggle that just like somebody of their status in another country just goes through. You know, like
Our hands up, put my hands up to that. I was I'm familiar with the situation before the podcast, but now I'm more educated. God, I'm practically driven to fucking do a solo fucking stream and just be like, guys, please help us, help Chile. Like, damn, my fucking heart goes out to you people.
but the
Yeah,
thing is about South America is Chile's the best one.
yeah, it is. We have a lot of foreign people here, like from
Hmm.
Haiti, Venezuela, from Colombia, from everywhere, basically.
And it drives me crazy that all this money is being pumped into the government and they just are not fucking. They just don't care. Fuck it, like
They don't.
it's so sad. It really is just so sad. But you know, let's drop the sadness here and let's talk about something a little like that we can both get behind here. I'm talking about anime,
Oh,
anime.
I love anime. Actually, here
Oh,
in
we're going
Chile,
on to anime now. Sorry, I disappeared
yeah,
for a second.
we're going to drop the sad stuff for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happy subject. Anime. Anime is great. We love anime. Anime is a beautiful art form.
Yeah, it is. Actually, here in Chile, for the past like 3, 4 years, it has begun to become really popular. Like
Yeah.
really,
Everyone, even in what I've noticed in Canada is a lot of kids are starting to pick it up.
yeah. It is.
I feel like it's a very much growing art form.
As somebody
And I
who
would...
used to think that anime was just for losers, I
Nah.
I
It's
am now the
for,
biggest
it's for the
weeb.
real kings.
I am now the
Anime.
biggest weeb.
Same.
So I've gone from both directions. Like I've been in the
I
camp
feel
of
like that.
not liking anime, and now all of a sudden I'm 100% for it. So I love anime. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right, right.
I would fucking give my life to be a voice actor for anime.
Me
Like,
too.
as someone who's learning Japanese, I'll be there like, Unigawa kankine, Tokyo wa desu ga. I'd happily do that.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That's a dream job. Absolutely. Dream job.
I think just sorry to bring it back, but like as someone who's going through all this crazy stuff in like their country, like having that escape to anime must be just so nice.
It's really nice actually. Like during summer, I was not doing so great as I am doing now, and so I started watching Haikyuu, the
The
volleyball one.
volleyball one, yeah.
Oh, it's
Nice.
good. It's so good. It's like pure serotonin.
Yeah. Haikyuu's a
Oh,
really good
I want
one.
to fly. I want to fucking fly to both Chile and Canada and give you both hugs. You guys
Wait, are you back, Will?
Yeah,
touch my little heart. Will's back? Oh, he's gone.
Oh, what the hell?
He came back for 2 seconds. That was Will, everyone. Woo!
No, but yeah,
No,
Haikyuu's a
generally,
really
like,
good one. I
I don't know if I'm a massive softie, but I would happily fly to both Chile and Canada just to give you two both hugs. Because I'm familiar with both your situations, and like, you guys just need some support, even if it's just emotional. It's not fun doing this shit alone.
No, it is not. I do have a big support system within my friends. Not so much within my family. I mean, my mom and dad are really cool and they support me and they pay for my therapist without saying anything. It's not an issue.
Sorry to bring it back to mental health, but yeah, I find that I don't know if you guys find the same thing, but older generations that have had mental health issues, it's not the same as it is in our generation, in millennials and zennials and Gen Z. It's very different and it's very difficult to kind of deal with. Like, my mom also has gone through severe depression, but it's
Hmm.
a very different standpoint. Like, cuts on my wrist, I show it to my mom, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you crazy?" And there's me that's fighting depression, the same thing she went through, and it's just very different between generations, and I feel like that causes a massive gap between people.
Does
I don't know
it?
how you guys feel about that.
So, Will, what's going on here, Will? Like
I don't know
what?
what's happening with Will. Will's just kind of showing his face.
He doesn't have his mic on though. If he's talking to us, we
I'm
cannot.
gonna show you guys what her parents got me for my birthday.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I need to make it.
Podcast interruption for Will's
I
birthday
need to make
presents.
another
He's such
thing
a
for
show off.
you.
Enough with depression. Let's.
It's so fucking
let's-
sweet.
Yeah, fuck depression. Fuck that. I can come out of here.
Okay.
Fuck man, depression. I'll throw him in the bin. We got to see
Okay.
Will's birthday presents. Oh, he's gone again.
Yeah. No, he's up again.
Look at this outdoor set.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Isn't that nice?
They got you that for your birthday?
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my god, that's so fucking tragic. That's actually the set that my dad has, and I haven't spoken to my dad in 5 years.
Oh well.
Fuck, I
That's
ruined
very
it.
bad.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to take it to a sad subject. again.
Anyway, yeah, no, Will, are you staying around for the podcast, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'll stay around.
All right, so I'll
Turn
put
around, we gotta
you
see Will's beautiful face without the
I'll
green
put you
screen.
back on here.
Turn your camera sideways so you can be beautiful.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that. Is that better?
Why did it work for Sofa but not you?
I don't know.
Fucking Huawei.
He's got a Huawei phone, that's why.
On a
Oh,
positive
wait.
note, let's due to the fact that we've been talking a lot about sad
Let's talk
subjects.
about anime now. So
Oh, I was gonna say what has been going on positive for you guys.
no. Let's talk about anime. Sopa. Oh, Sopa's going crazy.
Sopa's broken.
What
Sopa got
happened?
greens everywhere. Sopa, turn your camera off and on again. It should hopefully work.
Oh, okay.
There we. Oh,
There we
No?
go. No.
It was working
What
for
happened?
a second.
What's happened to you, Sopa?
I don't know. I cannot see anything wrong actually.
well. There we
Oh,
go.
one more
There we
time.
go.
There we go.
So, Sopa, what's your top 3 anime?
My top 3 anime. Well, obviously Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, yeah.
I'm fucking in
Very
love.
much want to get into that.
I still gotta finish that.
I
I've seen up until the part where like
Spoilers! Shut.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I'll just say the wall stuff
Okay.
gets revealed.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I've seen up to that part.
I just finished up the manga when it finished like last month, I think.
I gotta finish that shit.
Oh my god, the end is crazy. Like it's so not like what I was expecting actually.
Hold on,
So,
we're getting a
I
bit
have
of an
I have a
issue.
question for you guys that are more experienced in anime. Have you guys all watched One Punch Man?
Yes. We're having a bit of an issue with
Is it worth
the.
watching beyond the first season? Because I watched
Sorry,
the first
Jamie.
One
season.
Punch
and I
Man is
don't-
just a good meme. Like it's a good meme and it's just a good anime in general, man.
Is
watch
it
it,
good after the first season? Because I've had everyone shit on it after the first season.
I think that was a one season kind of show, to be honest.
Gotcha.
Not
Thank
a
you.
lot
Much
more
appreciated.
left to do in that kind of show.
This
He's
is
just
kind
so
of
powerful. He's so powerful.
It's sick. I like the idea of having a super overpowered character that just doesn't give a fuck.
That's
love
kind
that
of like
idea.
Gojo in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
I
great
definitely
show.
have to watch more. Jujutsu
Is there a
Kaisen.
ton of background noise right now since I'm outside? Do you
Well,
hear the wind or anything?
You've
A
got a
little
little
bit,
bit of
yeah.
wind, but you're okay.
Okay. Sweet.
There we go. I fixed it. So there was a bit of a camera issue there, but I fixed it.
Nice.
No, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's probably up there on my list of anime to watch. I really like
It's a
the.
very unique. It's a very
Boogie
unique
Woogie.
power concept.
Friendo.
But
It's a very unique power concept, and I
It is.
fully like advocate for the idea of it being a curse that's giving power, so a negative turned into a positive.
Yeah.
That is very cool to me. I very much appreciate that.
I also like I like One Piece a lot right now. One Piece is getting really good in the manga.
Yeah, but
That
it's
is
so
still
long.
going? One Piece is
Yeah.
still going?
It's crazy,
Benny's
right?
Benny's gonna get me addicted to One Piece. Bet.
Honestly, you have a lot to do before you get to One Piece, Jamie. You gotta
I
watch.
have to
Ugh, I've got so much. I've got so much. I need to like fully evolve into a weeb.
You need to watch. You need to. So I believe last podcast I gave you a list of things to watch. It was, so definitely have to watch Hunter x Hunter,
yes.
Yeah, Magic gave me
My
that one.
Hero, Demon Slayer.
My Hero,
Yeah,
Demon
that's the
Slayer,
two that Ben gave me.
and then you can watch Naruto. Have you seen Naruto yet,
Naruto.
Sopa?
Yes, I have.
It's really
Okay,
good.
another
Uh,
Another
Well,
one you
then
gotta
One
watch is
Piece.
Yu-Gi-Oh! You watch Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
He's already
I
seen it.
play Yu-Gi-Oh, my guy. Look, fucking. Where's it gone? My dual Devastator box. These
Oh,
cards.
do you have a Switch? Do you have a Switch, Jamie?
I don't have a Switch, but I do play.
There's a game on
Dawn.
there.
I play
Fuck-
Dawn of a
fuck
New
off.
Era.
Fuck
I play
Duel
Dawn
Links,
of a
though.
New Era.
Yeah, fuck Duel
I'm
Links,
like-
but that new game that came out not too long ago on Switch, where you basically play through the anime, like all the battles of the anime.
All right.
It's
In
really
which
good.
case, well, you might appreciate these cards, just because
Let's see
they're
here.
all hollow. They're all hollows.
Yu-Gi-Oh is hijacking the stream,
Oh, they're
boys.
so
Like this deck is very focused around like Ghost Sister, Ghost Ogre,
Nice.
but they're very pretty
Pretty.
cards.
That's pretty.
Sorry, didn't mean to hijack the podcast.
It's alright, don't worry about it. No, but definitely have to if you're going to watch anime, you should definitely check out Hunter x Hunter. I think
Yes.
I think it's like the
What was it
classic
roughly about?
shonen. It's like the classic shonen. So like, like basically you have like one kid that's like pretty good at what he does, and then he faces adversity and he becomes even better at what he does.
So kind of along the lines of Naruto.
No, Naruto is all
Not
about.
not quite. No, it's not the same.
God,
But
I need some mad education here. I need to like sit down and take a 3-year course on anime. Like I can animate, I can fucking do anime drawings, I can do all this and that, but I
A
need fucking
PhD in
education. On anime.
weeaboo.
I need, yeah, Benny, you gotta give me my PhD in weeaboo.
Well, after you finish the One Piece lecture, maybe I'll give you another lecture for you to watch.
That's
I'll
your
follow it. I'll
bachelor's.
follow
If you can watch that One Piece thing, if you can watch One Piece, that's your bachelor's.
Yeah, I
I'm
already
sure
have.
Benny will happily like show me stuff to make me to master's degree.
No, just watch that
You
One
know,
Piece video, and you should honestly, if you watch that One Piece video, you should know everything about One Piece
Mm.
up until the manga. So yeah, both of you guys have to watch that fucking video. I swear to God.
yes, Will, how far into the episode are you? Huh?
I've actually already know a lot about One Piece.
We've
I might have to skip through parts of that video that you sent.
I sent you one video, but that was a timeline. I gotta send you because this is a lecture.
bunch of we've. Alright.
A bunch of weebs.
Remember those videos we watched though, Ben? We watched every arc as a video, on YouTube, like all of it explained.
Oh yeah, you watched that, didn't you?
So I already know a lot about One Piece. I don't know character names or anything, but I know like the basic plot line.
So yeah, we're gonna have to. You're still gonna have to watch that video though.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you after this. Yeah, Sopa. So what sort of animes are you really looking into right now?
I mean, I am quite into shonen, like
Shonen.
basic. I also this is like the first anime that I really got into is Death Note. Like Death Note, it's always in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
That's definitely on my list. Death Note is a
I
very big
loved
one.
the
That,
manga.
oh my
Yeah,
God,
I
for
loved the
application.
manga. I hated the anime for Death Note, to be honest, after reading the manga. Because in my mind, Light is like badass, right? Like he's badass. He's this
Yeah, he is.
maniacal, evil person. And then I see the anime in both Japanese and American dubs. Like, he just sounded like a little bitch. I didn't like it.
Actually,
All right,
the
all right.
American dub is pretty good.
I was gonna say dub or sub. What is your guys' like opinion? Dub or
Sub.
sub?
Sub.
My
Whatever
guy.
has better voice acting. Whatever has
No,
better
no, no,
voice
no, no,
acting.
no.
I've heard good
Sub
American
all the
voice
way.
acting.
All right, if you're
You've
watching
gotta
My
agree
Hero
with me,
Academia,
Mark.
I think you can get away with the dub.
Yeah, see, like dubs for certain shows, you have really quality voice actors, and it doesn't matter if they're English or Japanese, but like the majority of them are better in Japanese. That's true.
The
Yes,
Haikyuu
very
is-
much. Respect the outful.
What's that about Haikyuu?
The Haikyuu dub, it's hilarious. Like the show in Japanese is more serious and like towards like volleyball, like getting better and stuff. In English, is just buffoonery.
Yeah, I noticed that
Something
when
I
I watched
found.
the dub.
Something I found very funny about the lecture that Benny sent me for me and Will to watch to catch up on One Piece is the kids version of animes. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. I looked
Funimation
into
or
that afterwards.
it was not
it was
Funimation, but it was
kids dub or some shit.
4Kids.
4Kids, yeah.
4Kids
Fucking
did a
seeing
One Piece.
guns turned into water blasters, cigarettes turned into lollipops. It's amazing. It's fucking hilarious.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you, Will. Much appreciated. But can we get that sponsored? Question mark.
Sponsored by whiskey. Yes.
I'm
sorry, I had to enjoy my outdoor set as soon as I got it. I just sit out here and enjoy it.
Shall we talk about alcohol? Ben, would you like to go on the subject of alcohol?
Yeah.
Not being
So
drunk, but alcohol differences between countries.
earlier on, we talked about pisco. What exactly is pisco? Because I never was really taught.
Pisco is a fermented liquor from grapes. It's
It's like
So
basically
it's
wine.
kind of like a wine.
a lot stronger.
Is
So
that
like a
it goes up to
spirit version of
40%?
wine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like a whiskey almost, 40%. Okay.
Almost a little.
Do you
A
guys
little.
have whiskey? What kind of whiskeys do you have in Chile?
I mean, pretty standard. Jack Daniels, Johnny Walkers,
Okay, like the
Valentine.
most American ones. Yeah.
Nice. So, all right, that's an interesting question about alcohol. Ignoring beers, ciders, and stuff like that. What is your what's Chile's go-to spirit?
Pisco.
Pisco,
Pisco.
yeah.
Pisco? Is
Pisco,
it go-to? What about you
Pisco.
Canadian boys?
We like a whiskey.
Oh, a whiskey.
Whiskey is go-to?
A lot of people, a lot of dads will drink like Budweiser or any basic dad beers, and
Yeah,
then
I don't get that.
younger people generally stick to the mixed drink like the coolers, or like me or guys like me who just drink fucking whiskey. Like
So the
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 alcoholics
go-to
just buy the bottles. Normal people buy coolers.
the go-to drink for UK is vodka. Vodka is your most common drink that you'll
What
find
is it?
here.
Really?
What is it with Europe and vodka, man?
I hate
Vodka is the go-to. It's the strongest and it's most likely to get you fucked up. Me personally, I'm more of a rum and whiskey guy.
Nice. What do you mix
So,
with? Do you mix anything with them?
I'm currently mixing right now with ginger beer. But I
nice.
mostly mix it with Coke or orange juice.
You should try whiskey with ginger ale, man. It's good.
I have. It's amazing. I
It's
like
a
that.
good one.
It's kind of
Rye
like the
with
ginger
ginger ale
beer,
is
But
a
though.
Canadian drink.
What
Rye with
what is your
ginger ale is
go-to?
very Canadian.
What's your go-to brand for each spirit, starting with rum? What's the Canadian go-to?
Kraken.
Kraken?
Kraken or Captain Morgan,
Hmm.
and then
Captain Morgan?
and
What
then our
about
go-to
in
whiskeys:
I like a 40 Creek.
40 Creek
for
and
whiskey?
Crown Royal. Anything cheaper than that is really like bad, and
Hmm.
anything more expensive than that isn't worth the price.
What about in Chile? What's your go-to rum or go-to whiskey?
I don't know. Not a lot of people drink whiskey here in Chile. It's more like a dad drink, honestly.
Hmm.
Nice.
In for rums, like I said, anything cheap. It doesn't
Yeah.
have a specific brand. Like if you find one for like I don't know five five 5,000 pesos or something like that.
That's $10.
That's like
Nice.
okay, I bought it. It's fine. In here in
So,
Chile, like Ben and I said, we drink a lot of pisco,
Hmm.
and
yeah.
there's more like cheap ones like Capel or stuff like that that is not really good.
I'd love to come to
There's
Chile and
like
try that.
more high ones like Alto del Carmen or Mistral. who are
Mistral. I think Mistral is my favorite.
I
So
was
the
like an Alto del Carmen guy,
Yeah.
girl myself.
the go-to rum, Captain Morgan's, the cheapest that we can get. Either that or also Kraken. It's very similar to you Canadians. With whiskey, me personally, go-to is Jack Daniels or Jameson. Good Irish whiskey. But also on the
Irish
topic of
whiskey. I need to try that shit.
Irish whiskey, I fully recommend. As someone who's very familiar with Irish whiskey, it's much better than most whiskeys.
I actually have family from like my family came from Ireland and Poland, so I should probably drink Irish whiskey. But
Yeah,
stick
drink
with my
some fucking Jameson or
I stick with the
I don't know.
local spirits here in Canada, buddy.
Yeah, all right. But what
40
is
Creek
your
is
go-to?
from Ontario, where me and Ben are.
Hmm.
What is your go-to pub drink if you're planning to get like absolutely shit-faced? What's your go-to
Shirley
pub drink?
Temple.
Shirley Temple.
I'm
Shirley
joking.
Temple. Okay.
I'm joking.
Hats off for that, my dude.
Me and Ben spent a lot of time drinking Sapporo when we wanted to get shit faced.
No, but we don't
Which is
really
like an
drink. We
Asian
don't really
beer.
drink Sapporo too often. I honestly, we would
Sapporo,
drink
that's,
40
that's
Creek
a
more
Japanese
than.
beer, right?
What's that?
It was usually 40 Creek, but whenever we went to a beer so we could drink a lot, we would go to
Sapporo.
like Sapporo, and like it's just a
Thanks, man.
smooth, heavy beer, so you could drink it pretty fucking quick. Like
What about you, Miss Sofa?
Um, in here, like I said, I'm not a big drinker. I'm more like a
Mm.
small myself. But if I do drink, I rather have beer. The stronger, the
Beer?
better. Actually, I don't
Yes.
like watered down beers like Corona.
You don't like Corona? I love
You
Corona.
don't like
Hate
Corona?
Corona.
Corona with a nice slice of lime though
Lemon, it's so
is next
nice.
level for beers.
Corona is situational in the beer meta. It's a
Okay, Corona,
situational one.
but not the regular Corona. Corona with a michelada.
I hate micheladas.
You don't like
I I,
micheladas?
I might
I
I
hate
might be
micheladas.
I might
This
be a UK weirdo here.
people.
I might I might be a UK weirdo here because my go-to is shots, and it'll start off on apple sours or sambuca, and just evolve from there to whatever like the shot is. Like my go-to if I'm, you know how most people have a beer when they meet up with each other, they have a beer or a cider. Yeah, I'd go for a Jack and Coke or a rum and Coke.
I like rum and coke.
Rum and Coke's always good, man. That's the
Yeah,
Julian. Do you
solid.
guys watch Trailer Park Boys over in Britain?
Watch what?
Trailer Park Boys. Do they have Trailer Park Boys in Britain? Rum and
I've never
Coke?
heard of it.
Whoa.
Dude, we could totally
I've
turn
never
him
heard of it.
into like a trailer park boy.
We have Jack and Coke. That's our traditional
No,
go-to
we
for
got
play
you,
whiskey.
okay. Go on Netflix right now, man.
Put on
Exit-
your VPN.
Leave the podcast.
Put on your
and watch
VPN.
that shit.
Put in your VPN and put in Canada as the VPN, and then go to Netflix and you'll see Trailer Park Boys and you will laugh your ass off.
Bro, me and Ben used to get shit faced and high and watch Trailer Park Boys for hours. Like, even when he went off to school, we'd take a weekend or something and just
Mhm.
hang out for the weekend and get drunk and high and watch Trailer Park Boys.
All right, so that's
Good
also an
times.
interesting subject. Your go-to is Trailer Park Boys, right? For laughing your ass off.
Yep.
My personal go-to, we got Trailer Park Boys in the UK anyway. Nice, I didn't know that. But my go-to is Jackass. Are you familiar with the Jackass series?
Everyone
It
loves
is
Jackass.
fucking hilarious.
What about British
Oh.
comedies, Jamie? IT Crowd?
British comedies. Oh, fuck, bro. I don't watch many comedies.
IT Crowd's good.
Hmm?
The Office is good.
The American version of The Office is good. The UK version's a bit shit. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is good.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that's a British comedy?
No,
I don't think it is,
American.
but it's on British
Um,
Netflix.
Yeah, it's on British. What's that other one I was trying to think of? It was one that was on there was an all British comedy
Misfits?
channel. Because in Canada, we had a
Ooh.
British comedy channel for
I
UK stuff.
I don't know if this is on over your guys' way, but are any of you familiar with the Umbrella Academy?
Yes, I've seen a little
Yeah,
bit
we
of
got
that.
that.
Love that. Is anyone else a big stand for Klaus and Robert Sheeran in general?
No, I
Or
don't like
is it
Klaus.
just me? Klaus is amazing.
I don't
He's
like
a
Klaus.
very good actor
But
anyway. He's in Misfits.
I haven't seen all of the Umbrella Academy anyway.
You should watch it. I really recommend it. I feel like you'd
All
like it.
right,
As
so now that we are pretty much 2 hours into this, I don't know if you guys know this, but we are 2 hours into this.
Oh,
Yeesh.
verdad.
Time's flying.
So now that we are 2 hours into this podcast, is there anything you would like to shout out or maybe get out there to the public about Chile or your life or in general? Is there any projects that you're doing?
I mean, besides getting my diploma next year, that's all I'm focusing in right now.
If you guys would like anything translated from English to Spanish, please contact Sofia Torres on Facebook,
Yeah, Purple Sky in
Purple Sky
Instagram.
on Instagram.
Without a U though.
Anyway, back to sorry. Check us out on Spotify.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Check us out on
Let's get us
Spotify.
in Spotify.
William, Jamie, plug yourselves.
console booty on Twitch. I play Hunt.
Yeah.
I play CS:GO.
Ignore console booty and come to Moon Panda with 3 A's. I
You
play a
won't know if I
variety of
stream.
I
Once
play a
again,
variety of stuff. I
we
tend to
are
stream every
we are
day.
on Spotify. We are on Apple Music, or not Apple Music. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Hulu Music. I think we are on Amazon Music. So we have quite the few platforms to watch us on. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Drawn Together Podcasts. Be sure to check us out on
Instagram. Check
Instagram,
the Instagram.
Twitter. Twitter it's cutie at cutie talented. On Instagram it's Drawn Together Podcast.
Yep. It's now up and actional.
And with that,
Actional.
we'll be off. Thank you so much, Sofia Torres, for coming on to our
Thank you.
podcast.
Thank you, Sylvia. It's been amazing talking to you.
It truly has been quite the
I'm
podcast.
some very informational as well as banterous conversations going on.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. Yeah.
And
I'm glad I came back.
and with that,
And but no, before Ben forgets, because he's a silly boy, shout out twitch.tv/talented_cutie for the greatest content you'll ever see. He is an amazing streamer and he refuses to shout himself out, so I will do it for him. Go check him out, go follow him.
I don't really
Go give
use
him
my
some
Twitch
love.
too much nowadays, but yeah, I am on Twitch.
Go give him some love.
Anyway, we'll maybe have you on sometime in the future, Sophia. But that was your podcast for today, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
That's it for the Drawn Together podcast. As we said, you can find all of our socials in the comment section below. But thank you for watching.